Facebook Live. Good morning. Check in with me. Who's up on this beautiful morning? Cloudy morning. Billy Decker. What's Billy Decker been doing? Umpiring? Mr. Aubrey. You'll like this topic today, Mr. Aubrey. Jason Hart might like this topic also. On my way to work. Running late. Everybody's probably running late today if they didn't work all weekend like I didn't. I didn't work all weekend and took off Monday and Tuesday, so for sure running late. Ain't nothing funny, Lumpy. What's up, Chad? Hey, you'll like this topic too, man. Them people I just named, them are good fathers there, so they'll definitely agree with this topic today. Brad Nichols is a good father too, so he'll definitely like this topic. Yeah, I am about 30 minutes early to my own normal. Or actually, I'm not. I'm about 30 minutes later, Lumpy. But Billy Bowman, another good father, so he'll like this topic too. Wish we got more females to watch this thing. Hey, Cockrell, how you doing? Another good father. Man, we're filled with good fathers on here. Man, the topic today is dads versus fathers. A dad versus a father. Just because you have a child doesn't mean you're a father. That just means you're a dad. Father, in my eyes, is someone who actually raises the child. That's a father, not a dad. Okay. A lot of these fellas out here, and there's some girls too. Some girls too don't think it's just dads, male in general. But I'm just saying fathers because there's more fathers that are no count than mothers. Even though there is mothers that are no count also. I promise you that. Just because you, man or woman, pays child support doesn't mean you provide for your child. That don't mean that. I know a situation right now where a girl gets about $80-$90 a week for child support, and let me tell you, people, $80-$90 a week does not provide for a child. That it don't. So, to run around and act like, hey, I pay my child support, I take care of my kid this, that. No, man, wake up at 3 a.m. when your kid's crying because she's sick or he's sick and got to go to the hospital and things of that nature. That's taking care of your kid, man. Now, if you're a father or mother and you get your child every opportunity you're allowed to get your child, then this doesn't really pertain to you. Okay? Now, if you don't get your child every opportunity you're able to get your child, then this might pertain to you. I don't see how people even go very long without seeing their child. Chad Marlins, you're a good father too. Because I can't even go. I go a week and I'm thirsty. I got to see my kid. I feel bad. I want to see her. I love her. I just don't see how people go without seeing their kids. And today's court system, it is all about the woman for sure. But if you put in the time and effort, you'll get your kid. You'll get your kid just as much as the mother will, I promise. But the problem with today's generation is they run around and having sex, and they have these kids, and they don't want to take care of them. You know, and it's both to blame, young females and young males, because young females, they run around here in these outfits, you know, and they're provocative. I mean, and they run around having sex, getting high, and drinking and things that they think is cool when you think it's cool when you're that young, but it's not cool, because whoever you lay down with and have unprotected sex with, you're taking a chance of getting pregnant. Well, you get pregnant by one of these little young punks, and then you have a baby, okay? And then you wonder why the father, the kid, the male is not there. Well, he's not there because he don't know no better. I mean, he's running wild still. Or they wonder why the kids ain't took care of, and how did the mother take off and this and that. It's because she's young. She's dumb. She don't know no better. So she runs wild. That's what they do now. So to run around and say you pay your child support and act like you're some great father or some great mother, you're not. You're not. Because I'm going to tell you, $90, $100, whatever it is per week is not raising your child. That's not keeping food on the table for your child. I go to the grocery store, I spend $200 to $300 on groceries. So I don't see how $90 or $100 is gonna feed your child. It's not. I mean, it'll feed him for a couple days, few days, but it ain't gonna feed him the whole week. And then where does what about clothes? What about shoes? What about if he's in school or she's in school? What about the field trip they're going on? The lunch they got to pack, or if you're like my child, you got to pay for the lunch. I mean, every day. Right, Moto, right. You know, and then these kids grow up without structure, without two-parent structure, okay? And you don't have to be with the mother, and you don't have to be with the father to raise a child properly. You don't. I'm not with the mother of my child, and my child is a good kid, a good kid. She's being raised the way any child should be raised, I feel like. Yeah, I agree, Chad. Private schools are no joke, man. But I'm going to tell you also this. It takes a lot of hard work to send your kid through private school if you don't come from a very wealthy family and this and that. And I don't. So, you got to work hard to put your kids through there. You have to do a lot of sacrificing. And the younger generation that are having these kids, they're not even sacrificing their time. They're not sacrificing their time to raise a child, so there's no way they're going to sacrifice what little money they make. I promise you that. There's just no way. So they'll be going to public schools, and there is some public schools that are good, man, but majority are not. I don't care what anybody says. I went to public school, and I come up out of high school, I was dumb as a box of rocks. It don't. Hell, Billy Duck can tell you that. It don't. Public schools is a joke. I mean, that's a whole different topic there. My topic today is on fathers and dads. You know, just because you lay down and have a kid don't mean you're a parent. Doesn't mean you're a good parent at that. You know, you guys, you girls, you pay your child support. That's fine. That's good. That's part of your obligation. That's not your only obligation. That's part of your obligation to the other person that has the child. But your other obligation is to your child. Help raise your child. Give them guidance. Show them the right way. And if you don't know the right way, the right way is the Lord. The Lord will show you the right way. If you don't know, He'll show you. Just ask for it. He's shown me many a times. Kids are trying. They're hard. They're battle. I mean, sorry about that. My phone's ringing. I don't know why my personal phone's ringing. It normally don't ring this early, but anyway, it's not an easy thing to raise a child by no means. And there is no handbook on it. There's no handbook that's saying, hey, you do this, you do that, this time you do that. There isn't. Every child is different. But what I do know is you have to give maximum effort to raise a child. If you don't give your all in raising your child and ask for help, even my all on my best day still might not be good enough, that I need help, and I really feel that there's a lot of guys out there, and I know there is, and I'm picking on guys just only because it's a lot on my Facebook. I don't have a lot of females on my Facebook, so it's mainly guys. Okay, I see guys with posts come across my news feeds that they take pictures with their kids and this and that and all that's fine. You're super dad today, but where was your pictures yesterday? Where's your pictures going to be tomorrow? Non-existing. And it's sad, if you get your child, and I know some of you are going to say this. Some of you are going to say, well, I get my child, when they tell me I can get my child, I get her every other weekend and this and that. Have you ever asked the significant other, hey, you think I might be able to get such and such on Monday or Tuesday just to have lunch? I mean, does some of y'all do that? Do you go that extra step to say, hey man, I'd like to see my child today. I need to see my child today. Because at the beginning, when me and my baby's mother split up, that's what I did. I did that as much as possible. And as much as we disagreed and didn't like each other, we still coexisted. She still let me see and let me get my daughter. So it all works out, man. But I see some of you people, some of you fathers on here, and you're posting about how great of a father you are, and you're not. You're not a great father. You're a part-time parent. That's what you are. You're a part-time parent. You're not a father. You get your kid once a month, you're not a father. Now, if you get your kid every other weekend, and you try to get your child more than that, but it's not allowed and you're not going to get it, then I can understand that to a certain extent. But I know the court system. So after you go a certain while of getting your child every other weekend and you're doing right and everything's good, you can go back to court and get your child 50% of the time. That's a fact. So there's only a limited amount of time for you being a great father. Okay? A great father is there all the time, anytime. My daughter can call me any time of day, night, does not matter, I'm coming. And as much as I disagree with her mother, if she calls me, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. There's another thing that I see is the significant other, mother or father, are dogging the other person. Man, you can't do that. You can't tell a 4 or 5 year old little boy that his mother's no count or his father's no count. They don't understand that. You should never discuss your feelings about someone to your child. I mean younger child, What up, Hubie? Yeah, Tiffany, you can. You can make every day better. It eats me up because I'm a good father, and I take pride in that. And them names that I just named off, they're good fathers. They are. Corey Decker, that's my cousin. Good father. Josh Gilson, great father. These are good fathers. And it has to piss you off also to see these pictures. Like I seen just last night. This is the reason I'm preaching on this. There was a picture of, he's a drug addict. Okay? He's a drug addict. He's tried to recover many a times, relapse. And that's a whole different story. But he's got all these pictures that he just put up for 4th of July. Okay, well, you've been missing for over a month. I ain't seen not one post about you in a month, or your kids. But you're so special and you're doing so great with your child now. And that's what he put on there. He put on there, having fun with my kids like always. This is Daddy's world. And no, it's not. No, it's not. That's not Daddy's world. Daddy's world's getting that next fix he's gonna get, or whatever he's doing, running wild. Cause you ain't had your child in the last month, 2 months. I ain't seen no pictures, and I'll see pictures on Facebook. So that's bullshit. You know, it just is. You can fight and argue with the other one all you want, man, but it's like the old saying says, man, you'll get more bees with honey than you will vinegar. You know, it doesn't hurt to be nice to someone for a certain amount of time to get what you want. I mean, guys do it all the time to get women. So I mean, you can do it. What up, Buster? How you doing? Good morning. So I know it's a little early, and I'm on it today. I just these fathers, they're wannabe fathers. They kill me. They do. It eats me up, man. I mean, they pay a little child support, and they think they're one of the best father ever. Hell, I tell you what, I paid child support for 4.5 years, and I still had my kid 80% of the time, but still had to pay child support. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know, man. That's my thing on it. And the root of all of it is because you've got young kids having kids, and that's the reasoning why young relationships don't work. It's the reason why kids ain't being parenting properly. And then you say, well, why is these young kids having kids? It's because their parents. It's because their parents ain't did what they supposed to do. You know, your kid's supposed to be 18, 19 years old, supposed to be going to college. Shouldn't even be exploring parties and getting high and drunk and passed out and having sex and this and that. That ain't, I mean, no, man, that's preposterous. It just should not be happening. Right, Matt Moto. It's a domino effect. And it all goes back to your parents, your main parents. And they wonder why that people out here robbing, stealing, or on drugs. This is why. You don't monitor your children. You don't provide the right guidance and morals and self-respect, you know, for your children. And they go out into this world unsupervised and without the tools they need to survive and prevail. You know, it just right, Corey. A parent should be a good parent 24/7, 365. Not just when it's convenient for you. I know one buddy of mine. His child gets his kids, but every time he gets his kids, he pawns them off to somebody else, and this and that. That ain't no good father. I mean, you know, anything when you get your kids, your priority is your kids. Okay. It ain't for you to go bowling. It ain't for you to go roller skating. It ain't for you to go have bonfires or go to parties or go to the clubs or whatever. If it's your weekend to have your kid, it's you and your kid's weekend, not your weekend. Okay? Let me tell you that. Yes, Stephanie, you're 100% right. You have to raise children by example. You have to set an example for your children. If you do not, then this is what you get. You get what's going on in the world today. Okay? And then you ask, oh, why would he do this? Well, he did it because you didn't show him otherwise. That's the real deal of it. You know, it's mind-boggling that you know, these people gotta start waking up. You gotta be smarter than this, people. If you're not, man, you're just running things for your children. I mean, hell, I mean, you got them not graduating from high school. You got them getting knocked up at 14, 15. I'm going to tell you what, it is not. I seen a video the other day of a mother allowing her child, and I say child because she's 15 years old. That's a child to me, okay? 15 years old getting her, quote, first tattoo on Facebook Live. In a bedroom with some guy giving her a tattoo in a bedroom. That is crazy. I mean, there's no way in hell I'm going to let my daughter at 15 get a tattoo in a damn bedroom. Not even a professional tattoo. And she thinks that's okay. That's okay. She had 30-something likes and 40 different comments of how great it looked. And let me tell you this, the God's honest truth, it looked like shit. It wasn't even very good. It was I don't know, runt. You just runt your body. But it goes back to her mother standing right there condoning these actions. I mean, it's crazy. Yes, Chris, your kids should be your priority, but they're not. They're not. And it's mainly because of your younger generation. They're young and they don't know any better because their parents haven't taught them any better. You know, their parents are in the back room getting high while they're running wild. So what are they going to do? They're going to get in. They're going to be mischievous. They're going to get in. They're going to cause mayhem. I mean, that's just how it is, man. If you leave your child, your 14, 15, 16-year-old child unattended, and you've raised them their entire life without these tools that it takes to succeed, morals and beliefs and some religion and stuff, they're going to fail. They're going to fail. I mean, you know, it's crazy. They should have never took religion out of schools. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. You know, I don't know, man. They're just, you know, and there is no way to reverse what has already happened. Because how do you teach a 22 or 23-year-old boy, because he's still a boy. If you're 23, 24 years old, you're a boy. You're still a boy. You're not a man in my eyes. You know, if you've got your own home, a good job, or not even a good job, just a decent job, you pay your own bills and you take care of what you need to take care of, you're a man. I don't care if you're 19 or you're 25, you're a man. I agree with that one. But most of them are not. So here's what I'm saying. How do you teach them something that they've grown up all their life not having? How do you teach them to become a good parent? It just, man, I really don't know. I think they really need classes. They really do. Free classes. Not where you pay. They need free classes on parenting. They need free classes on parenting. How can young parents become better parents? How can young parents learn the tools that are essential for their children to succeed in life? They need that. And as a taxpayer, I would pay for that. Much rather pay for that than some damn shot you give a drug addict because he OD'd for the 4th time. Okay? Let's give that. Let's give that free. Not free Obama phones or whatever. No. Let's give classes on how to be a better parent. DJ Henderson, great father. There you go again. Dennis Pierce, same way. Keith, great father. See, this message here is really only for a few of the friends I've got on Facebook, because I don't really friend a lot of people on Facebook that are deadbeats, no counts, mothers or fathers. Yeah, I agree with that, cuz. I mean, there should be classes on adults, period, also. But, man, I learned this, and I learned this with my stepdad, you know, about him getting off drugs, man. Sometimes they're so old that they're set in their ways, there is no reversing them. So I think taxpayers be wasting their money on trying to get adults to be adults, because that ain't gonna happen. But you could possibly reach the younger generation that are parents, because they don't know, man. They really don't. And you wonder why, you know, the mothers or fathers, they're putting their kids in dumpsters and leaving them in Walmart bathroom stalls and stuff. It's because their parents didn't teach them, and they don't know. If you had these classes and you offered them free of charge, and advertised it as much as you could, you possibly could change some of this. You really could. and it would be slow and long process, but at least you're trying. At least you're trying. There is something getting done here. Because, like I said, if there's not something like that getting done, then it's going to continue to be the same problems we're always having. And it goes to, not like I said, not being this and not being that, and then your child's going to raise up a juvenile delinquent. That's pretty much where it ends up. I mean that's where it ends up. You don't have to have money. You don't have to have intelligence. You don't have to have anything but the willingness to go to church. Church is free. When all else fails and you have no answers and you don't know, you can always go to church. I mean, you can always pray, and that'll get you further than you believe. So I don't know. That's my time. I'm at work, sitting here watching my employees laugh at me. So y'all have a good day. And if I forgot anybody out there that is a good father, I apologize. You don't need me to tell you you're a good father. You know that. And take pride in it. Take pride in it. Or mothers. Mothers, take pride in it. Because we need more good fathers and we need good mothers. So y'all have a good day and God bless. And until the next time.